So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America's worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
Under this administration, they have deliberately opened the border to fundamentally change the fabric of our country.
I'm Jared Craig with Legacy PAC. We are here at Eagle Pass, Texas, to bring attention to the border crisis, to educate the voters, the citizens of the United States, and the candidates running for federal office, the importance of a secure border.
And at Legacy PAC, we want to bring candidates here to the border to see it firsthand, because there is nothing like being here, seeing this. We saw women and children climbing over barbed wire. There is no reason why we cannot secure this border. There is no reason to keep this open. This is not humane. So we need to get Victor and all these other good America First candidates into office.
We at Legacy PAC depend on your donation and support to support these projects. We can't do it without you. So please go on to legacypac.org and show your support.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
We're sitting here tonight, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down, first of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes. Great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump. I'm here with State Legislator Jennifer Gross from Ohio. How are you today, Jennifer?
I'm great, Stan. Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome, ma'am. Jennifer, for our viewers who may not know you, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Stan, I joined the United States Air Force in 1987, retired in 2008. I'm a retired Air Force Combat Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you done in the private sector as far as your background? I'm sorry, I should have made that more clear.
I use my GI Bill to become a nurse practitioner. I also sold, I was top 2% of the nation managing a $3 million territory for Eli Lilly. I was top 2% selling Prozac, which I still believe is a great drug. I have done clinical research, and I was actually part of Operation Warp Speed during COVID.
Wonderful. So you actually worked for the president. Jennifer, tell us some of the things you've done in Ohio State Legislator, some of the policies or legislation you worked on that you focused on and will continue to focus on after you're reelected.
Okay. Well, I am a solid Republican, so I am pro-life, pro-gun, and pro-business. So I focus on low taxes. Of course, I was a sponsor of, we have a pesky little third tax called the commercial activities tax in Ohio, and I sponsored a bill to abolish that. They just basically abolished 3/4 of it in our last budget. I'm also, even though I was part of Warp Speed, I still am a liberty-minded America First candidate, which means I think that people ought to have freedom to be able to choose what biologics and medications they take, that kind of thing. I'm also, I'm really pro-Constitution, and again, pro-liberty first. So America first. I believe in your First Amendment right to be able to speak. And so in some instances, people have been being shut down in school board meetings and township meetings and things like that by elected officials. And I believe I have a bill called the Free to Speak Act, which protects their First Amendment rights in Ohio. We also overrode the governor this week and Governor DeWine, and that was to prevent underage, under the age of 18, transition surgeries and gender medications before the age of 18. And we also protected women's sports. So again, I'm really into America first, but also, really focusing on liberty and protecting the Constitution.
Well, you're doing amazing work there, Lieutenant Colonel. And along the lines of liberty, that's something we can't take for granted anymore.
That's right.
The country is looking at President Trump facing Banana Republic persecution and the weaponization of our government. And in Ohio, you probably have people that like this. So
expansion of government, more government.
Tell us your thoughts on all this, and if anything you could do at the state level to help it from ever happening in your state.
Well, we have HB 51 in Ohio, which is SAPA. It's the Second Amendment Protection Act, which would prevent the federal government. As you know, Biden has been trying to overreach gun rights into the states. And so several states, Missouri is one, Ohio is another. We haven't passed it yet, but this would prevent the federal government from reaching into our gun liberties and our rights to bear arms in Ohio and push back the federal government and say, no, we have sovereignty in Ohio. We get to make our gun laws. But and does that answer your question there?
Yes. And I do want to announce that you're a Lieutenant Colonel combat veteran.
Yes,
you're
sir.
A sitting state legislator. You're America First.
Yes, sir.
Our board researched you. It took like 5 minutes, and they unanimously voted to endorse your reelection campaign. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Lieutenant
Thank
Colonel.
you. I want to say that I do believe President Trump is the only one. First of all, he should be president. Second of all, he is the only one that understands, like you said, the Banana Republic. I also believe that he will make right the people that are sitting in prison right now who did not have due process. I also, we have 6 or 7 sanctuary cities in Ohio, and I know that President Trump is the only one who understands how he's the one who has seen the deep state fight against someone and bring them unjustly before the courts as he's dealing with now. But he is also the one that will control the 12 million legal immigrants that have come into the United States, which divided by 50 states, I assure you, some of them are in Ohio. And President Trump is the only one who really will be able to grab those things. People that are sitting in prison, rotting in prison without due process. He's a man that doesn't have to do this job, and he chooses to do it. He's certainly in danger doing it. And the only thing that I have determined as to why he does it is because he loves us as in capital United States, but also you and me.
Yes, he does. And you know, and I'm sure you see that. And so I take it from your comment, you're endorsing the president for
Yes, sir.
47.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir. I don't, I don't think there's any other person that understands the battle that we face better than President Trump.
Well, I will give your cell phone to the Trump campaign, so
That'd be
I'm
awesome.
sure I'm sure you're going to hear from me.
That'd
So-
be awesome.
So, Jennifer, how could people find you on social media and your campaign website as well?
All right. I'm revamping my website, but my old one is still up, and that's Jennifer, JENNIFER FORREP.com. So Jennifer4rep.com, and would love your prayers, but also your financial support there. And then let's see, I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm active more on Twitter these days. And I'm also on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, but I usually use that for like resume building and things like that.
Well, Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you get reelected and keep fighting for America First in Ohio.
Thank you, Stan.
You're welcome. Take care now.
Thank you. You too.